Welcome back to the Marathon series in depth. This video will be covering the mission Smells Like Napalm, Tastes Like Chicken. In the last mission, The Rose, we protected the Bobs from the four. It might have been only a few Bobs out of many, but still we are trying our best out here. Well, except for the few Bobs that we took care of ourselves. Anyways, in this mission we will be trying to slow down the four's reinforcements. The level name hints at the secret that contains the Tots flamethrower. This is one of the more difficult secrets to reach and find within the Marathon series. The first part of the title, Smells Like Napalm, is likely a reference to the 1979 movie Apocalypse Now. In the movie, the soldier talks about how there is nothing like the smell of napalm. The phrase, tastes like chicken, is a pop culture phrase used widely. It could also be a reference to The Lion King, which came out about 6 months before Marathon. In the movie, you probably remember the part where Timon says that the bugs he is eating tastes like chicken. It's a little strange, because a chicken is bigger than Timon, but I digress. The phrase could also be a reference to Beavis and Butthead in the Butthead Experience episode in Season 2. Beavis says that the frog tastes like chicken. How gross. The original level notes say that this is level number 6 and summarize the purpose as cut off mobility. You will see that this is in fact what we will end up doing. The designer for this mission was Jason Jones. Here's what Jason had to say about the level. I don't think anybody ever found the flamethrower without resorting to Mia or Forte. Mia and Forte would be the level editors at the time. The secret was indeed difficult to find. In fact, the original level design notes say that it is very hard to get the flamethrower, and you will soon see why. Jason first hinted at the secret in a chat with fans in January of '95. Also, where can you find the flamethrower in the full version and missile launcher? The flamethrower appears several places in the full version. I think you can find it first on Smells Like Napalm, Tastes Like Chicken in a secret room. It isn't until the alien ship level that you're given it outright. Jason also hinted at the secret again in another chat the following month. It seems that Jason wanted to throw the fans a bone so they could find this little secret. On a separate note, there is a film out there of Jason Jones playing this level himself. TOTS 25 Flame Unit, fueled by a single Napalm 75 canister. The TOTS 25 will discharge a stream of fire 20 foot long continuously for 7 seconds. The TOTS is most effective when used in short controlled bursts. The flamethrower is the ultimate weapon of destruction. Discharging a stream of fire about 20 feet long, it can instantly sizzle aliens and network players. Yum. Unfortunately, a single canister can continuously fire for only about 7 seconds before running out of fuel. So to use this weapon effectively, fire it in short bursts and only when in close proximity to the enemy. Don't bother aiming at Hulks, Juggernauts, and Hunters however. They're invulnerable to the flamethrower. Remember, short controlled bursts. Where have I heard that before? Short controlled bursts is of course a reference to the movie Aliens. The TOTS flamethrower is a very fun weapon to have as we are able to flame down the four in bunches at short range. There isn't much more to say about it other than what was already said in the manual and strategy guide. One interesting thing though is that in the Marathon Infinity shapefiles, Double Aught named the weapon Mr. Space Heater. The napalm canisters were named Gassage for the Heater. I guess we can use the TOTS to heat things up if we are getting a bit chilly. Alright, as soon as we start the next mission, we're gonna be surrounded, so we need to be on our toes. So let's go. Basically, just keep moving. So that room can be a little tricky to start off. And there's gonna be more tricky rooms, so we gotta be ready. Let's read this first terminal. I think this is the first medical access terminal we have come across. I wonder why it is named as such. Incoming message from Leela. Time is limited. There is a large group of heavily armored four approaching the section of the ship where I have transported you. Their only logical destination is the sensitive engineering area in the aft section of the ship. As we are not yet in a position to halt their advance by force, have decided to depressurize a large area in their path in order to slow their progress. Unfortunately, I cannot remotely seal the airlock and isolate the zone I wish to depressurize from the nearby living quarters. Exposing this area to space without first isolating it will kill hundreds of human crew. You will have to go and close the doors. In the last mission, we were told that the aliens were reinforcing their number, so it is logical that they need to get rid of as many as we can. Aft means that we are talking about the stern or tail of the aircraft. I am not sure which part of the ship that would be on a spherical ship. Leela's plan to depressurize a large section of the ship appears to be a plot to both kill a bunch of the four at once and slow them down from reaching the sensitive engineering parts of the aft section of the ship. As Leela said, we need to close a couple of airlocks so that Leela can safely depressurize the section of the ship without killing hundreds of the crew. This is your current location. You must find another computer terminal to exit from. I am unable to activate the teleport mechanism from this terminal. There is a secret on this level, and for once the map doesn't show it. I guess Bungie wanted to make sure this one was kept a secret. This is the first airlock you must seal. The switch which controls it is located on the wall adjacent to the door. Make certain it closes completely before continuing. We'll actually be going to seal the other airlock first, since the shield recharge station is on the other side of the map. This is the second door you must seal. Again, make certain it closes completely. End of message. So we took some damage at the start, so the first thing we want to do is we're going to go left here to get to the first, or the only shield recharge station on the map. Okay, there's some more enemies to the right here, including this compiler. Oh wait, he's not there. Maybe he's to the left over here. I don't know where he is. Usually there's, well, I guess they kind of change. They're not always in the same spot. Alright, here's the shield recharge station. The shield recharge. That's the shield recharge station. Okay, so right here is the save terminal with a compiler. So I'm using my assault rifle a lot because the pistols are really good against the wasps. However, because these kind of tight corridors, it's not as good. Because the pistol's a little bit better at a little bit more range. So this is kind of like a maze area, so I'm just gonna slowly kill them. And we're gonna get wasps spawning all over the place as we get farther, so. So we'll keep continuing, kind of exploring all this area. I don't know exactly where everybody is because it's really hard to memorize this maze and where monsters could be, so I don't bother. Oh, okay, they kind of surprised me. I get where I'm talking and I'm not focusing on the screen enough or looking at the map, and they kind of catch me off guard. But that's okay. We're fine. It's so hard for me to focus sometimes when I look into my map, trying to figure out my way through this maze, trying to keep on my toes and talking about what I'm doing. It can be fairly challenging, and I am by no means good at it. It can also be kind of stressful. I'm trying to use my grenades because we do have a lot of grenades too. I'm trying to efficiently use my weapons. Okay, where is he at? He's right here. There he is. Okay, there we go. So sometimes you shoot one guy. Oh, here's. Bet you some of those wasps came through there. So there's the first airlock door we needed to close. So yeah, there's a little. I think there's another compiler over here, unless that was the compiler we fought. Yeah, that was compiler 5. So this room doesn't do much. So there's kind of this closed door. I don't really know what to say about that. So let's kind of go back. It is kind of hard too because, excuse me, my nose is kind of going a little crazy right this second for some reason. It is kind of focused because the other thing I have to focus on is I also have like my mic right in front of me, which just adds another degree of thing that I need to focus on. So yeah, anyways. Okay, before we go to the other side of the map, we kind of want to clear out this area and get to the final terminal so I can show you the unfinished message. Okay, I heard a sound. I thought that might be someone sneaking up behind me because they definitely do that. Okay, so if we hit this switch, it lowers that one, but you can kind of get up here really easy by just doing that. I mean, you're supposed to like all these platforms can change one of these blocks, but we can just do that. Okay. We probably went too fast. Just wait a second. There you go. Go up here. This is how you get to the exit, which is pretty simple. They kind of surprise you with some guys right here. Bungie's trying to catch us off guard, but we knew about their little plan. USC Marathon Public Access Terminal. Incoming message from Leela. Their locks have not been sealed, and I am still unable to decompress this section. Return immediately and assure that both doors have been closed properly. End of message. So, basically, we need to do the mission, right? No surprise there, right? For some reason, I was thinking there's fall damage. There's no fall damage in Marathon. I don't know why I was thinking that. I mean, I know why. It's because I was playing other games that have fall damage. Dun, dun, na. Okay, now let's go to the other side of the map. And we're gonna fight a bunch of wasps once we turn right here. I'll kind of let them to the door. Oh, well, that didn't work out that well. I know it's not much health, but let's go heal up real quick. Just because, like, you die so fast. I mean, I should just... I'm not gonna heal again for that little amount of health. At least not right away. This area of the ship is pretty tough. On total carnage, I would say. This right side. I don't know. I guess it's not that tough, but it's... Actually, I am going to use the pistols right here. Because it's kind of like a nice little long hallway. I'd let them fight. I mean, if they're going to fight... Yeah, the different kinds of aliens will fight right away if they hit each other without going berserk, which is kind of nice to take advantage of sometimes. So you can hear that click. That's kind of activating the secret, but we'll get to that later. After we close this next switch and then save it. We need to be careful when we make a bunch of noise though, because like I'm checking back here because enemies might come up on us while we make noise. You know, because we're activating them all. Okay. There's so many of these stupid wasps. There's some ammo. Good. We want all the ammo we can get. There's more Magnum clips, which we haven't been using really this map anyways. But it'll come in handy later, I think. Okay, this is a secret not a secret terminal. This is kind of a terminal about the Roman Empire and some other stuff. I'll talk about that at the end of the video. And there isn't a whole lot to that terminal that's not interesting, but I think like if you pay attention to the whole thing, you'll discover some interesting things about it. Here's another save terminal, which we'll go ahead and take advantage of that. And now we got to jump down here and close the airlock door. I took some good damage there. Well, let's just see if we can close this airlock door without dying, because then we can go heal up. It's not that much farther. I think it might be. Is it up here? I think I ate one. I think I ate a bullet or two there. Here's the switch. So you can't actually go out because they're both half closed and in different directions. So you hit this switch and then you have to go over here and wait. So you go over here and wait, and you see there's wasps coming from everywhere right now. Oh wait, let's save real quick. We might die here. He's right down here. Yep. So we did die there, but one of the wasps got us. Because we're almost dead. Let's just run back. If I can remember how to get out of here. Like, they just come around the corner, like, and shoot so fast. Like, I'm waiting, sometimes I'm even waiting to see them. Oh my gosh. This is like the... I just try to get out of here. Trying to anticipate them coming on my radar, which is kind of wasteful of ammo. I don't know how I missed him. I can't believe I'm dying all this much. It's because... I mean, I know it's because I'm focusing on talking, which... Let's just stop talking for a little bit. I'll do a lot better. Alright, let's just save it right here real quick. I killed some of them. All these wasps everywhere with one hit point left is not a good thing. Okay, here we go. We got back to the main area. Oh, and there's a little wasp right there that I didn't see in time. I didn't save it at a very good spot now, did I? No, I did not. And there's another one. Gosh darn it. It might have been better to have pistols right there. Oh, come on. My aim is terrible. I can't believe how many times I'm dying right now. This is pathetic. This level will make you hate wasps, I swear. When I practiced, I did not struggle this much with this wasps. I did find them, like, respawning extremely annoying, though, when I was practicing, so I guess we got a full taste of it. I probably shouldn't have saved with, like, one hit left. That was probably pretty dumb of me. Just because, like, they're not hard to kill, but it's kind of hard in close proximity to, like... And I'm using up all my ammo. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna hit this, like, little secret area and run all the way to the starting area, and we only have a short amount of time, so I'm gonna do it real fast. So... and hope there's no wasp in the way. Okay, we can read this terminal real quick. Surface Access 31B. Durandal 652-586-34-2. We can tell right away that this secret terminal is from Durandal. Let's see what he has to tell us. Here I am, sulking about on a ship which used to be my slave, chased by a narrow-minded AI who thinks I'm rampant with only the cybernetic toys of these so-called invaders to play with. And here you are, stuck at the bottom of a hole. How droll. It's really too bad. We could have had so much fun together. Vale, Durandal. Why so sad, Durandal? I guess Durandal has lost control of the ship now, and that is why he is saying the ship used to be his slave. It seems that Leela is chasing Durandal down. Is Leela not telling us everything? The cybernetic toys are of course the compilers, whom it seems Durandal may be enjoying. Durandal really thinks that we are dumb enough to get stuck down here. We of course won't be stuck down in this hole like Durandal suggests, because there is actually enough time to get back out if we are fast enough. It is likely though that just about everyone who reads the terminal for the first time ended up being stuck in this dreadful pit. Perhaps Durandal operated this elevator platform himself in an effort to get us stuck. How rude. Durandal talks about how we could have had so much fun together. Makes you wonder what his future plans might be. Durandal closes with Vale, which is Latin for goodbye. Alright, then we gotta get out of here fast before the elevator goes back up. Otherwise we'd be stuck. So now we got that. Not bad, not bad. See, we got the flamethrower. Ah! Okay, now we can go back and heal and save the game and go to the exit terminal. So we did get some ammo in the exit. Oh well, we'll go heal and save again. Pretty sloppy gameplay by me on this level. And there's another wasp. Like, this is like... This is honestly, like... I find this level to be the most annoying level so far, just because of all these wasps spawning. It's like they're not even hard. So when I do my next video, I'll probably have to kill these ones on the way to the exit, but that's right. Maybe I'll just run by them or something, I don't know. So my ammo might not match exactly. So we did lose quite a bit of ammo, but we're starting to get a lot of ammo on machine or pistol ammo. So let's read this final terminal. Public Access Terminal 65A. Incoming message from Leela. Good work. I will begin the decompression process in a moment. I have finished debriefing the civilian crew you rescued a few hours ago. They maintained that the aliens were loading as many humans as possible into shuttlecraft and flying them to the 4 mothership. I have watched many such shuttles bringing supplies to the aliens, but had no idea they were carrying humans back to the alien ship. I will brief you more on your next mission when you arrive. You may not go exactly where I want you to end up because there is interference in the computer net. Good luck. Leela says that she debriefed the crew that we saved on the Rose. Well, what was left of the few that we saved anyways. Hopefully they don't learn about the Bobs I took care of myself. These few Bobs that remained have informed Leela that the 4 are taking human slaves back to the 4 mothership, the Saphira. This is actually the first time in the game that the ship is specifically referred to as a mothership. In the original level design notes, this terminal was originally also going to mention the 4 troopers. I'm guessing that this part of the terminal was moved back to the mission Defend This, where we got the post-mortem examination report on the troopers. It makes sense that they moved it earlier since we met some troopers on the mission Couch Fishing. Again, Leela is sending us to another terminal without letting us know exactly where we are going. She doesn't even know if we will end up where she intends to send us. I don't know about you, but teleportation without a known destination sounds a bit unsafe. I guess safety isn't one of the main priorities when we are under attack from aliens. Teleport when ready. End message. Jump pad activation, initiation start, transport when ready. The song for this mission is named Chamber. Once again, we get a fairly upbeat song that you would expect in a mission with heavy fighting. To me, personally, a more sinister soundtrack would have fit the level better. The level is fairly dark with enemies around the corners as you get through the maze-like areas, with the possibility of enemies around every corner. There is also an annoying number of wasps that spawn and detract from the upbeat sort of feeling. This might be just on tonal garbage, and maybe some of you feel a bit different about it, but let's continue. In the mission, we need to close airlocks on the left and right side of the map, and there are mazes that lead to both airlocks. The left maze is annotated as Tunnel System B972AF, and the right maze is annotated as Tunnel System A894C. It is a bit strange that the system is so randomly laid out. I mean, who the heck designed this ship? For whatever reason, there are compilers at the pattern buffers. I wonder why Bungie is putting them at the pattern buffers rather than the terminals. The left maze has a switch at the end of the path that is protected by a compiler. This is located on the top left part of the maze. This switch raises up a platform that will lock you inside of a small room. This doesn't have much purpose as you are unable to go anywhere. I guess it does block out the enemies though. Interestingly, if you stand on the platform and shoot the switch with a grenade, you will get crushed against the ceiling. The room with the platform puzzle is annotated as Shuttle Drylock. This seems to suggest that a shuttle would be able to land in this section of the ship, but I'm not sure how that would make much sense. The room has a series of switches that control individual platforms. I think the intent of the puzzle is to create a staircase to reach the door above. However, this takes way too long. You can easily hit a switch to make one of the platforms rise and run on the platform before it gets too high, and the platform will carry you all the way up to the door level. This is much simpler than trying to create a staircase. In order to complete the mission, you actually only need to hit the switch to close the airlock on the right side of the map. Closing the left airlock door is actually not required in the game code in order to complete the level. I guess as long as you save half of the humans for the decompression, that is good enough. Right before the final terminal, there are 2 switches that raise and lower a couple of elevator platforms. To get up to the terminal, the switch on the right side of the map needs to be hit before the one on the left side. Just don't go too fast at doing this with your diagonal running, because the second platform will rise before you are able to reach it. The switch on the right side of the platform controls the first platform, and the switch on the left side of the map controls the second platform. The Tots flamethrower is located in a secret room. This secret room also contains the secret terminal from Durandal. In order to reach this terminal, you have to step on a specific polygon or right side in order to activate an elevator platform in the starting room. When you step on this polygon, you will hear a click off in the distance from a platform activating. Going down this elevator reveals the secret area. You will have to be quick though, because the elevator will automatically go back up after being at the bottom for 9 seconds. To understand the time frame you have, it takes almost exactly 10 seconds for the platform to go all the way down to the bottom, and then it is at the bottom for 9 seconds long before rising. This means that you have a total of 19 seconds to run all the way to the platform, grab the ammo, read the terminal and whatnot, before getting back on the platform to make it out. If you are still in the secret room when the elevator goes back up, you will be permanently stuck in there. One thing to remember is that reading terminals pauses the time, so you can read the terminal for as long as you like, but you'll have to be quick when you finish to get back up to the platform in time. If you look at the map, you might notice that there is a thicker line around the platform, and that could clue players into the existence of this secret room. Public Access Terminal 489Z. This terminal is fairly garbled, with lots of what seems to be random information about the Roman Empire. On the most part, the information is not very relevant to the Marathon plot. Nonetheless, I will try to give you a small bit of historical context to help us understand the terminal a bit better. Unauthorized access alarm 2521. Security breached 49Z. Trace prohibition compensated. Border of the Roman Empire to the Danube River. During a skirmish with the barbarians in Rhaetian, the mountain near the border of France and Switzerland, 117 men under Gaius Licinius Mark. For those who don't know, the Danube River is the second largest river in Europe. In ancient times, the Danube River was on the border between the Roman Empire and the Goths. The Roman Empire would protect the entire length of the river with strongholds to protect against the barbarian invaders. The barbarians are a reference to the Goths who fought against the Roman Empire in the late 300s and early 400s. The Goths contributed to the eventual fall of the Roman Empire. The Rhaetian Alps are at the border of modern France and Switzerland. Rhaetia was also a province in the Roman Empire that was on the northern side of the Alps. The name Gaius Licinius Mark seems to be a made-up name by Bungie of a commander for the Roman Empire. I say commander since he is only leading 117 men. The name is probably a mix of the Roman general Marcus Licinius Crassus and the Roman emperor Gaius Julius Caesar Augustus Germanicus. Let's continue. Of weird and frightening monsters under his control, many successful raids, the fall of the Roman Empire, and remained unmolested until the 9th. Written is into the Lex Vita. Clovis moved the settlement farther south in the mountains, nearer the spring, to escape the notice of Charlemagne and later the Holy Roman Empire. Clovis remained. When it refers to the frightening monsters, perhaps it is reference to the war elephants that were used at times against the Roman Empire. In about 218 BC, Hannibal, the leader of the Carthaginian army, led war elements while he crossed the Alps and defeated the Romans at Trebia. I'm not sure how the elephants would fit with the Goths invading Rhaetia, so that can be a bit puzzling, if they do in fact go together. It seems like the word starting with raids is actually a glitch in the terminal and is two separate sentences running together. So first we are talking about what could be raids by elephants, and next we are talking about the fall of the Roman Empire. Although I am unsure what unmolested until the 9th portion is in reference to. Lex Vita does not appear to be an actual thing in the Roman Empire from what I could find. However, Lex Vita translates from Latin as the law of life. Clovis I was the first king of the Franks to unite all the Frankish tribes under one ruler. Clovis I also helped contribute to the end of the Roman Empire. Charlemagne was known as Charles the Great and was another king of the Franks that would become the first emperor of the Holy Roman Empire. Charlemagne ruled a couple hundred years after Clovis I ruled, which makes it impossible that Clovis I could have been trying to escape Charlemagne. With this and the bit about the elephants, it seems that this information is not intended to be perfectly accurate by Bungie, but is supposed to merely show that this terminal is a reference to humanity's history. This is the way I look at it anyways. Let's continue. Vladimir in 1902 and Frederick just recently. Both, however, carried out reforms before their death, which slowly integrated their people secretly into world society, which are now scattered all over the globe. To meet only once every 7 years in southwest France must be chosen. Now we are looking at the year 1902. Clearly these stories in the terminal don't all go together. People theorize that this is talking about Vladimir Lenin, who was a Russian revolutionist, but I could not make a lot of sense of this portion of the terminal without digging a lot farther into it, and it doesn't seem like it is that important to understanding the Marathon plot. Chase mode error, unimplemented inline trap, $89FF, spurious interrupt, breach disabled, farther access denied, breach location undetermined. There is some explanation on the story page that the portion that reads trap $89FF is actually an error code on the 68K max. So in summary of this terminal, we learned about all sorts of history that took place in Europe, and more specifically within the extents of what used to be the Roman Empire. So in summary of this terminal, we learned about all sorts of history that took place in Europe, and more specifically within the extents of what used to be the Roman Empire. Because of the conflicts in this terminal, I don't believe Bungie was trying to make this as historically accurate as possible, but was instead going for the feeling that this terminal was digging into historical events on Earth. I don't think Bungie was trying to get us to extract some special information from these specific historical events. Instead, I think they were going for the idea that this terminal was being hacked to access information about humanity's history, and that the Fit were extracting this information. This makes the most sense to me anyways. It contains information and buzzwords largely in reference to the Roman Empire because, quite simply, Jason Jones was studying this type of information in school at the time while he was making this game. In fact, here's what Jason had to say about an early plot idea for Pathways into Darkness in an IMG interview with Richard Rouse III in October of 1993. One of the more complicated plots involved you as the descendant of a Roman soldier who had been separated from the rest of the Legion while attacking a group of barbarians in what is today Switzerland. They found a mountain spring that extended their lives by hundreds of years and founded this society of semi-immortals. Every 7 years they would gather, and the leader of their group would descend into the cave system and return with water from the spring to assure their longevity. Now and then their leader would be killed while getting the water. None of the other members knew why or how, and a new leader would have to be chosen. The game starts with the player having just been chosen by lot to descend to the caves, find the location of the spring, and become the new leader of the cult. Of course, this was extremely dangerous, and people had already died trying. It was a very interesting plot since your quest wasn't necessarily virtuous. It didn't involve doing good things or saving the world. It was just you were chosen more or less against your will to become the next leader of the freak cult of immortals. It is similar in Pathways in that you would find dead people who were previous leaders of the cult or had died trying to find the spring. It was even more complicated than I'm letting on and was a really cool story, but we decided that it was too involved. Basically, we wanted something that could grab you. I think this plot idea for Pathways into Darkness shows that this sort of information was clearly on Jason's mind at the time and would have heavily influenced what he wrote in the terminal. In fact, in describing this terminal, the original level design notes say the following: Garbage checkpoint, old Pathways intro. This confirms that there is an intentional relationship between this terminal and the original plot idea for Pathways into Darkness. The idea for what this plot could have been in PID is quite interesting and definitely gives you an idea of other games Jason Jones could have made at the time. Well, anyways, that's it for this video. In the next video, Cool Fusion, we'll be focusing on trying to send a message to Earth warning them of the 4 invasion of the Marathon. See you all then.